Hey everyone, Matt from Guitar World here. We are at the Boss booth at NAMM 2025. I'm here with Austin, who is going to talk us through the brand new Boss VG-800. Austin, kind of what's the deal with this pedal? What is Boss hoping to achieve with it?
So basically this is something called virtual guitar, or VG-800. This basically allows you to take something with a pickup system like our GK5 and allows you to individually tune each string within an octave. And you can make your own custom tunings. There's a lot of default tunings like open D, open G, open E. The tonal possibilities are limitless once you're able to individually tune each string. The other thing that this unit can do is also do virtual guitars. So any sort of guitar in a collection that you would have, 335, a Tele, a Les Paul, all the way to acoustics, banjos, sitar, mandolin. All of those instruments can be achieved within the instrument modeling over the GK pickup. You can also incorporate the natural magnetic pickups from your natural guitar into the signal as well, because there's also amplifier and effect processing on top of it.
Wow.
You can also bypass that effect system and processing and literally just have it be a tuning machine to attach to the rest of your rig or to the rest of your system. You can also link this up with other GK5 series available units like the GM800, so you can connect them together via TRS series cable. It's wild to think that you can press a button and it changes the tuning of the instrument. Like, that would require different strings, different necks. It's so inconvenient. This is a way easier way of getting there. And it also has a very good free play with zero latency. So I can do all the guitarisms and it does all of that and keeps up with it. So to kind of show you a little bit of what it does, this is a half step down in drop D.
And your tuned standard, that's just the pedal drop tuning it for you?
Correct. So I can actually turn a knob here and it'll change the tuning for me. Now I'm in open D.
It's crazy how there's no latency in that as well. It's just like a seamless twist of the buttoning and you're in a new tuning.
Baritone guitars. All the way to drop C.
So cool. So you can do different tunings, but you can also, because it's a guitar, like a virtual guitar modeling pedal, right? So you can do like models of different stringed instruments, you were saying? So like banjo, sitars, kind of what's the deal with that?
Yeah, so the deal with that is that you can model different acoustic instruments. So things like, you know, like big D28s, you know, Gibson guitars, all sorts of like large body acoustics, as well as sitar and banjo, and different 12-string models as well.
I was gonna say, let's hear some of that.
That's basically a 12-string on one side and then an electric guitar Les Paul on another side. So you can do two guitars simultaneously.
So cool.
Those are endless. It's an endless possibilities.
So what about sitar? Have you got a sitar in there we can hear? Because I'm interested to see kind of just how far you can push the tech to get it away from an electric guitar sound.
And the interface is relatively simple. You have an instrument button that you press.
Right.
And you can basically navigate the menu of the instrument to change it to whatever you want. So for example, and now I have a Dobro. Sitar.
So I'm curious because you've got it next to the GM800. So what's the kind of biggest differences between the two pedals?
So the GM800 does PCM synthesis or post-cold modulation, stuff that you would find in keyboards. So like synthesizer sounds, pianos, celestas, stuff like that. Like basically pre-recorded instruments being triggered through a sample. This is taking the analog guitar string signal, sending it down this cable, processing it, and then retuning it.
Right.
So it's a little bit different, but the cool part is that you can combine them together over GK series cable, and you can use them both together with one pickup system.
Go on, let's get one last tone. What's your favorite sound in the pedal that you go for?
Well, I mean, I'm a big Mastodon fan, so like playing in like D standard is like right where my voice is.
It sounds so great. And like you say, the possibilities kind of seem endless. Where do you see this tech kind of going in the future? Because obviously it's like a new pedal, so there's room for like growth, I guess.
Sure. I mean, we're able to kind of like break out like really big and very notable parts of our guitar synth technology into smaller compact forms. So that way it's able to be added to a pedal board or added to your own rig, something small on a desk, because that's kind of where all of our guitar equipment is kind of going. It's making it smaller, or it's processing in a computer. So we're moving with that innovation, but we're adding our own spin of technology that might otherwise have been kind of forgotten, because like I think it's such a classic thing that Boss does. We release this crazy technology from so long ago, and then it becomes really popular 10 years later. So it's for us, it's about bringing it back to life to let people know that the possibilities are endless, especially when you're looking at products of this caliber.
It's interesting because amp modeling has been such a big thing recently. Like guitar modeling seems to be like the next logical step to that.
It does. I mean, like it's the other component of the instrument that you're kind of tied to. You know, the tuning of the instrument, the strings, the actual physical instruments, electronics. Like now, that can be completely changed. You don't have to stay on the same guitar. You can use different guitars. Like especially when people like you go to a gig, right, like cover gig, and you don't want to bring 4 or 5 guitars plus an acoustic and an acoustic amp and DIs and all this stuff. It's like one box just does everything for you. So it's about solving a problem, bringing a solution to it, and then offering our own spin on it to make it very easy to understand and very, very cool to play with. Because again, we're the sound innovator. We want to bring new lights and new sounds to guitar players everywhere.
Yeah, that's great. And at the core of it, you need this little pickup here. How easy is that to put on a guitar, say if someone wanted to get up and going with the pedal?
So there's 2 different versions of this. The one you're looking at is actually a GK kit install. So this will actually have like a plate system that can go on the back that allow you to insert the controls. This will allow you to blend the normal pickups. And there's another switch that allow you to change patches. But this isn't necessary in this fashion. We have another system which is just the pickup and a bug that plugs in 1/4 inch. You lose the fact that you can incorporate the natural magnetic pickups, but you can always run a second cable and run it out to wherever you want to, exactly.
Well, thanks very much, Austin. That was really insightful. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Man.